AITA for insisting that my stepdaughter drive my daughter to her friend's house because her dad bought her a car? My 42M wife, 39F, had a daughter, Sophie, with her ex. She is now 17. I have an 11-year-old daughter with my late wife. My wife and I have been together for 3 years. My wife is very kind to my daughter and they are quite close. My daughter has very little memory of her mom and has told me how nice it is to feel like she has a mom now. My wife is also happy to play that role in my daughter's life. I'm not as close to Sophie, because she's older and she spends 2 weeks a month at her dad's place. But she's polite to me and I think she's a wonderful girl. Sophie's dad is pretty well off, my wife and I are less so. He was the main earner before my wife left him. My wife and I both work full-time, but we have to be careful with our finances right now. We got my daughter a few books and Sophie a dress for Christmas. Both of them liked their presents. Sophie's dad got Sophie a brand new car. We have only one car in the family right now. I drop my wife off on the way to work in the mornings, so it works out. But it does mean that I couldn't take my daughter or Sophie anywhere during the holidays, as my wife still has to work. I have the week off because I'm a teacher. She did have a few days off though. Now that Sophie has the car, she is planning to go to her friend's New Year's party. My daughter asked if Sophie could drop her at her friend's house too, and Sophie said it's too far out of the way, extra half an hour approximate, and it's her car, so my daughter can wait until she's old enough to drive. I thought this was uncalled for, so I said Sophie was being rude and she should drop my daughter. She said it's not her fault I can't afford another car for us. My wife said I should just let it go, because my daughter has a dad all the time and Sophie only has one half the time, and a car is fair compensation, not the right word, but I can't think of a better one, for that. My daughter and Sophie are both upset now, what do you think? Edit, I suppose you are right, it's her car, she can do what she wants. I just thought it wouldn't hurt her to think of others this time. My daughter asked very politely and Sophie often has much nicer things than my daughter and I've never asked her to share or anything. And I pay for all her gas while she lives with us. Edit again, 30 minutes extra means 15 minutes out of the way, 30 minutes total. An hour is a lot of extra driving, I agree. I can't reply to comments because of the poo mode, so editing here. To the person who said ask nicely, my daughter asked very nicely and Sophie literally said I don't have to do anything for you. That's why I said she was being rude. I'm not forcing her, I just said I think she should. To the person who asked if I broke up their family, Sophie's dad cheated on my wife, twice. So maybe, think before you speak? I might be wrong here but there's no reason to overreact.